Hello, good morning. We can today study about anatomy of the female reproductive system. That is, female reproductive system consists of external and internal genital organs. First of all, female reproductive organs, mainly it consists of external genitalia, which includes vulva and pudendum, internal genitalia, which includes vagina, uterus, fallopian tube, and ovaries, and accessory reproductive organs. Today, we can see about external genitalia. First of all, vulva and pudendum. This consists of mons pubis, labia majora, labia minora, clitoris, vestibule, greater vestibular glands, and perineum. This is the picture showing. Then coming to mons pubis is a fibrofatty protuberance overlying pubic symphysis. Okay, and this is a thick tuft of hair, and this is demarcated and it is upwards. Then labia majora. Labia majora means this is a fibroflatty fold of skin which bounds the vulva on each side, and this is pigmented and hairy on outer side and smooth and hairless on inside. Then this consists of squamous epithelium, sebaceous glands, sweat glands, and hair follicles. And this also consists of dense connective tissue, adipose tissue, venous plexus, nerves, and lymphatics. And this is more prone to hematoma and labial abscess, and this is homologous to scrotum of male. Okay, this is the picture showing labia majora. Then next is labia minora. Labia minora means this is delicate skin folds, and this is devoid of fat and hair follicle, and this will enclose the clitoris. And this is divided into percus and frenulum and fourchette. And this contains blood vessels, nerve endings, sebaceous glands, and erectile muscle fibers. And this will be exposed on separating the labia majora. The next is clitoris. Clitoris is a small cylindrical body and which is erected, which is 2.5 centimeter. And this is situated in most anterior part of the vulva. And this is extremely sensitive to touch, and this will engorge with blood during the time of sexual act. Okay, this is the picture showing clitoris. Then next is vestibule. Vestibule is a triangular space, and this contains anteriorly clitoris, posteriorly fourchette, and laterally bounded by labia minora. And there will be 4 opening in this vestibule, that is urethra, vaginal orifice, and opening of Bartholin's duct, and opening of Skinner's gland. The next is vestibular bulb. Vestibular bulb means this is bilateral elongated mass of erectile tissue which is seen beneath the mucous membrane of vestibule. And this bulb lies on either side of vaginal orifice, which is in front of the Bartholin's gland. And this vestibular bulb is analogous to corpus spongiosum in male. Then hymen. Hymen, we know that is a thin fold of mucous membrane. And there are different shapes for hymen. Sometimes this may be annular, crescentric, scribriform, and septate. And this is normally circular or crescentric in virgins, and this will rupture after coitus. And in multiparous women, this will appear as nodules, and this is known as carunculae multiformis. Okay, this is a picture showing different types of hymen. This is annular hymen, this is scribriform, this is septate, this is imperforate hymen, and this is apparus introitus. Then Bartholin's gland. Bartholin's gland is otherwise known as greater vestibular glands, and this is situated posterolaterally to the vaginal orifice, and this is embedded in the posterior part of vestibular bulb. This is pea-sized gland, 0.5 centimeter, and yellowish white. And this contains a duct which is 1.5 to 2 centimeter. This is lined by columnar epithelium and stratified squamous epithelium, and this contains alkaline mucus which helps in lubrication. This is not palpable unless it is enlarged or hardened, and this is similar to bulbourethral glands of male. And when pathology occurs, there will be Bartholinitis, Bartholin abscess, and Bartholin cyst. Okay, this is the normal anatomy and this is the enlarged, but this is another picture showing Bartholin's gland cyst. Okay, in this figure, we can clearly see this Bartholin's gland and its duct. Then perineum. Perineum is a less hairy skin area and subcutaneous tissue that lies between the vaginal orifice and anus, and it covers the perineal body, and the length is about 2 to 5 centimeter. Okay, in the figure we can see this region is perineum and this is a less hairy region and subcutaneous tissue, and this normally lies between this vaginal orifice and the anus, and this will cover this perineal body. Okay, normally the length is 2.2 to 5 centimeter. Then coming to the supply of vulva, mainly arterial supplied by interior pudendal and femoral artery. Then vein mainly by interior pudendal, vaginal venous plexus. Then nerve by indioinguinal genitofemoral nerve. Then pudendal branch of cutaneous nerve of thigh. Lymphatics by superficial inguinal nodes, intermediate inguinal nodes, external and internal iliac lymph nodes. Okay, this is all about vulva or pudendal. Okay, thank you.